guys, it's Sarah. Okay, so it feels like a while since I've actually made a video, even though it's only been like a few days. But anyway, before I start this video, I would just like to say shout out to Leslie. If you guys follow me on Twitter or Instagram, you probably saw my fan encounter at Olive Garden. So yes, not only do we have a common interest in One Direction, but Olive Garden as well. Goals. So shout out to you. Anyway, here's the latest news that's been happening in the past couple days. Alright, so the first topic of discussion is going to be Cheryl. Now on this channel, I barely talk about Cheryl and Liam, mainly because there's not a lot about them in the media. It's more like Harry and Louis stuff. So basically, there's been a lot of news going around that Cheryl is pregnant. And by the way, this is not really new news. This topic of discussion has actually been going around for a few months. So as you can see, there's this picture of Liam and Cheryl from May 10th, 2016. And if you look at her stomach, it seems relatively normal. And now if you look at this picture, this is Cheryl from October 2nd, 2016, and her stomach looks a lot bigger. And this says, what if Cheryl's pregnant and Liam is the father? And this says, I think Cheryl's pregnant, but we still don't know who the father is. Besides, there's no confirmation or updates from Liam, so please relax. That actually is true. Like, we're allowed to make assumptions based off of what we see, but we really don't know because Liam hasn't said anything about it and Cheryl hasn't. And also, it feels kind of weird speculating if a woman is pregnant or not, because what if Cheryl really isn't pregnant and she just gained weight? We're basically calling her fat. So I feel kind of awkward speculating it, and that's what this post says. It says, guys, what if Cheryl isn't even pregnant? Most of us have just blatantly called her fat. I mean, I know there is a big difference between a pregnant stomach and a fat stomach, but for me, it's kind of hard to tell. So if you guys have any proof that it is in fact a pregnant stomach and not just belly fat, then send it to me, because I'm not really sure. And because of all this speculation, hashtag condom campaign for 1D was trending. I had no idea what that meant when I first saw it, but obviously it relates to Liam and Cheryl and Louis and Brianna. And now the next topic. Okay, so October 2nd was the 5-year anniversary of Always in My Heart tweet by Louis Tomlinson himself. I mean, it's so iconic. So hashtag 5 years of Always in My Heart was trending at number 5, and I'm sure if the boys were on Twitter, they probably saw it. To be honest, Twitter made their site so that you can retweet your own tweet. I bet they did that just so Louis could retweet his own tweet. Twitter is just waiting for Louis to retweet the Always in My Heart tweet. But as Liam said, 5 years still going strong, and no one can convince me that he was talking about something else. He was definitely talking about Louis and Harry. Now the next topic. Okay, so ever since the Another Man magazine got released of Harry, there have been a lot of positive articles about it, but then the Sun had to make their article. It says, all styles and no substance. It says, Harry Styles managed to avoid saying anything remotely interesting in his first solo interview since One Direction went on hiatus. So it is no wonder he is focusing all his efforts on looking pretty. Moving on from his baby-faced, scrawny boy band days, Harry has had to beef up to play a soldier in World War II movie Dunkirk. Yep. So I mean, yeah, it's the Sun, what do you expect? But I mean, was that really necessary? They could have just talked about Harry in the magazine and how he's playing the role in Dunkirk. So they basically threw shade and said Harry said nothing interesting and he's just looking pretty. I'm sorry, but Harry is more than just a pretty face. He's just a beautiful soul. And I may or may not be quoting Jesse McCartney's lyrics. Next topic. Okay, so if you've been in the One Direction fandom for a while, you know that MTV is always hinting at Larry and basically just shipping it all the time. I don't know if they're just trying to get our attention or if they're actually shipping it, but this says MTV News is on Larry mode on Instagram again. They posted an edit of Huey and followed Larry accounts. So basically, if you go to the MTV News Instagram account, they posted this Photoshop picture of Louis and Harry morphed together. Very scary. And it says Louis plus Harry equals Huey. Okay, to be honest, Huey is actually a better ship name than Larry. I don't know who thought of Larry, but Huey sounds way better. And then if you scroll down in the comment section of that picture, they said, we work for the music industry. We know Larry is real. And I think this is a legit account because I think I saw that it's verified. But then again, it still seems fake to me because why would MTV News just come out and say, we know Larry is real, we work in the industry? If anything, they wouldn't be allowed to actually publicly say that. They would get in a lot of trouble. So I feel like if they wanted to keep their job, they wouldn't say that. But all I know is that MTV does this a lot with Larry Stylinson, so maybe they just find it a joke and they know it gets publicity. So maybe it's more jokes on us. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's making more people curious about about Larry. Next topic. So Louis recently posted a few things on his Instagram, and a lot of people noticed that it's blue and green themed. Like, I don't know if this is overanalyzing, but it happens a lot in this fandom. Louis' sisters have posted blue and green themed things. Gemma has. Louis and Harry have. So if you want my real opinion, I don't really think this has anything to do with Larry, but it's just funny how it is blue and green. Next topic. I don't know if you guys still follow the Rainbow Bondage Bear account. I mean, I do, but I don't really believe it's real. I believed in the Rainbow Bondage Bear account before it got deleted because it actually seemed legit. But anyway, whether you believe the account or not, they recently tweeted 2 months. Now this account actually kind of annoys me because they always tease us with stuff. They always give us dates and times and a countdown, and I'm like, okay, is anything really gonna happen? But then again, 2 months until December, and that's when stuff is supposed to happen. So I don't know, do you guys think that Louis and Harry are still running this Rainbow Bondage Bear account, or do you think it's a fan trying to get attention? Because I don't really believe this account anymore. Next topic. Okay, so in my last video, obviously I talked all about Niall Horan and his new single, This Town. I love it so much. Okay, so ever since Niall released his song, Niall got his own billboard, and also Niall was in the trending searches on iTunes. Also, he's on the front page of iTunes, so once you go in the app, you see hot tracks and Niall Horan's song is right there. So I mean, we all knew that this would happen. I almost think that if any of the boys released a song, it would get this much exposure. He's been getting a lot of great feedback as well. Harry tweeted at him saying, "Ah, a lovely tune, my friend, congratulations." And Charlie Puth said, "Yes, Niall, what a gorgeous and musically rich tune." And Liam said, "Good luck, boss, give him all your support. Huge day for him, proud of you, boss." And obviously Niall tweeted a few things showing his appreciation. Even though I think Niall knew that his song would get really popular, I still think Niall is in shock that his song got so popular so quickly. I mean, obviously Niall has a following, he has a brand already, so that's why it got so much exposure so quickly. But still, if you read his tweets, he sounds very starstruck. So Niall says, "Wow, I only released the song 4.5 hours ago and you guys have it flying up the charts all over the place. Thank you." He says, "The writing behind me on the single cover is actually my writing and original handwriting from the time I wrote the song." This person also says, "Isn't it weird how 1D linked their songs to pages where we could buy them, but Niall tweeted a link to listen to his song?" And that is because Niall's more in it for the music. I mean, think about it. One Direction have so much money already. How much more do they need? So I think Niall just released this song for the love of music. He doesn't really care about record sales. This song was his gift to us. So instead of Niall saying, "Oh, click this link to buy my song," he's like, "Click this link to just listen to it." So that's the difference. When One Direction are in a band, a part of a big company, it's all about money, obviously. And I love when an artist does it for the love of music. Okay, and now for my last topic. Okay, so in my last video, I was gonna talk about this, but my video got way too long. Okay, so this analysis proves that Harry's butterfly tattoo correlates to a movie that has 2 gay characters named Henry and Louis. I know that sounds confusing, but it probably won't after I read it. It says, "Reoccurring imagery paints a picture. October 2015, Simon says, I always say to these guys, nothing's ever a prison sentence, you know? You've got to do what you want to do." And then almost a year later, September 2016, he says, "You have to look at it that way because it's not a prison sentence, it's an opportunity." Interesting thing to keep emphasizing with regards to One Direction. Meanwhile, in what's just a selection of imagery from the other side, June 2014 and February 2015, Harry posts these Instagram pictures, "I got stripes, chains around my feet." And then there's these lyrics, "I got stripes, stripes around my shoulders. I got chains, chains around my feet. I got stripes, stripes around my shoulders. And them chains, they're about to drag me down. Johnny Cash, I got stripes." In the unforgettable month of November 2014, Harry posts these pictures. And then regarding the tattoos, it says, "Caged and caught perhaps, but whatever chains are holding you back, don't let them tie you down. One Direction, what a feeling." Yeah, I guess there could be a reason he feels the need to insist it's not a prison sentence that they're trying to work around. Talking about the butterfly tattoo located below, it is what it is, on the same flash sheet, done in January 2013 and March 2013 respectively, which were probably planned before October 2012. This says, "We started off with a butterfly on his torso based on an old French prison tattoo." And then this says, "Traditionally it would mean the wearer is a thief, something to do with the double meaning of je vole, which translates as both I steal and I fly, and is commonly tattooed on the throat. Then we did more French criminal inspired pieces like shaking hands and the laurel wreaths on either side of his stomach. says Liam Sparks in Another Man, September 2016. As well as the butterfly, Henry had 2 other chest tattoos in the film. Louis has them both, a skull and crossbones in the circle of card suits. The film Papillon is a movie about 2 men, Henry and Louis, trying to escape prison. If I could fly. And then this post kind of dumbs it down a little bit more. It says, just want to point out that Harry's butterfly tattoo is inspired by the film Papillon, according to his tattoo artist, which is a movie about 2 men, Henry and Louis, trying to escape prison. Don't mind me over here thinking about the references Simon made about the boys not being in jail or prison or whatever, almost like he'd been accused of it being exactly like that. A popular book cover for Papillon is the butterfly breaking free from a chain, the symbolism. And then this says, but if the butterfly is based on the movie, maybe the Is What It Is also based on the movie. This says it was crazy enough when we found out they were drawn on the same paper in the same position, but with the context of the butterfly in regards to that movie, escaping prison, and then It Is What It Is, which is like kind of a resigned acceptance of a particular situation, they may not be ideal. As well as the butterfly, Henry had 2 other chest tattoos in the film. Louis has them both, a skull and crossbones in the circle of card suits. I'm surprised nobody made this connection before. This says Liam Sparks' flash drawing of the butterfly and It Is What It Is was done in 2010 before Larry, which means this mention of Papillon is intentional. Louis and Harry both have a piece of the flash inspired by a movie about Henry and Louis escaping prison. One must wonder what that metaphorical prison is to them. Remember how at the beginning of 2013, Louis was wearing only high-neck shirts that didn't show his chest, and it wasn't until March that he finally showed it. So sneaky. The card suits tattoo around the wrist in the place you would be handcuffed. And then this says, just want to point out that Harry's butterfly tattoo is inspired by the film Papillon, according to his tattoo artist, which is a movie about 2 men, Henry and Louis, trying to escape prison. So obviously a lot of those posts might have seemed redundant, a lot of them said the same things, but I read all of them just so it made more sense. So if you want my opinion, I don't think this is coincidence at all. I think Louis and Harry's tattoos were completely based off this. And just the fact that the names are Henry and Louis, maybe the name is pronounced Louis, I'm not sure. But anyway, I just can't believe that this is actually a thing. I hope that all of this stuff is leading up till December. And if nothing happens in December, I'm really not gonna get my hopes up about anything ever again. Because we've been let down too many times in this fandom. Anyway, so that's all the news for today. If you guys have anything to add, put it down below. And like always, I make a video whenever I want, so like and subscribe. All my social media is down in the description, and I will see you guys later. Bye.